they're posting it on social media, they have followers. So kids who are out there, parents, you've got to monitor this stuff. And if you see it, take everything seriously. Take every threat seriously and report it to law enforcement. We would rather you do that and be wrong 99% of the time than have anything happen in this world. And these teens now are vocal on social media. They don't just pop up from anywhere. There are warning signs.
Well, law enforcement officials say school shooter Nikolas Cruz did make violent social media posts that were so threatening, he was twice reported to the FBI. He posted Instagram photos of himself with guns and knives. He also reportedly posted slurs against blacks and Muslims and made threatening comments under videos on YouTube and other sites saying things like, quote, "I want to shoot people with my AR-15. I want to die fighting, killing blank ton of people. I'm going to kill law enforcement one day. They go after the good people." He also said of the Texas Tower shooting in 1966, "I'm going to do what he did." And Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi commenting about the warning signs right there at the top of the segment. Joining me now, the Next Revolution host, Steve Hilton. You know, Steve, again, it's a generation now of school shootings. And we see now it's transformed from the Columbine, which was on TV at night, to live tweeting of the violence and social media postings. What's your reaction to the fact that he wasn't caught given his social media postings?
It's such a great question, and it goes to something, funnily enough, that we've been discussing quite a bit recently in other contexts, and it is this notion of, we've talked about it as surveillance capitalism, the fact that the various tech companies increasingly know everything about you. They know where you go. They know what you do. They're starting to know what you think about everyone that uses their services. Now, my point would be, if we're going to have this creepy surveillance capitalism, let's at least get something good in exchange, not just ads being targeted at you, which is what that data is used for right now, but real help with situations like this. And I think that it is a debate about privacy versus security, but the privacy, as we've been saying in other contexts, it's gone. It's already gone.
Yeah,
and so we might as well use it and ask the tech companies to help law enforcement use it in these sorts of situations.
Well, to your point, I mean, social media, they stop pedophilia at the doors. They stop now. They try to track terrorism. Should they be tracking issues like this?
Yes, because the other thing that's really important for our audience to remember about the tech companies is that things that seem really arduous and complicated, that use a lot of resources if human beings are doing it, actually, by automation, can be accomplished really quickly and easily. For example, the tagging of images. An image of a young person with a gun is something that a computer can recognize. And so there's a whole range of ways, I think, in which we can ask the tech companies to help really identify the danger signs. This was a really obvious example.
And here's another danger sign. Fox News' Tucker Carlson interviewing a schoolmate of the shooter, saying he did make a lot of noise practicing with his guns. Roll tape.
He would tell me that his brother Nicholas had guns in his, like, at night he would hear, all he would hear is like the gun sounds, just reloading, and I never really even thought of it. I just thought, wow, like, this guy's crazy. You know, you would think that we should have done something.
Okay, he was expelled, this student, right? And he wasn't let back on the campus with a backpack fairly recently. This is about say something, do something. Now, I understand where that student is coming from. They're scared. They don't understand. Somehow, according to this presser, he got back into the school. What's really striking, Steve, is a story we just talked about moments ago. A grandmother in Everett, Washington, read her grandson's journal, saw he wanted to commit a massacre. She read it just a day before the shooting in Florida and stopped him using homemade improvised bombs to attack his high school. So this grandmother called 911, stood up and said something, right? So, I mean, is this what it takes to change the culture of the society? Say, you see it, do something.
Well, that's certainly true. And that's an important thing that we all need to bear in mind in relation to the, if you like, the symptoms of this sickness and preventing it from happening at that late stage.
But there's a family breakdown, too.
Right, and that's why I was really interested what Colonel North said earlier. I fully agree with it, which is we've got to get at the causes, the fundamental causes. It's not just mental health. It's not just saying this is a medical problem we can deal with through doctors. There is a social breakdown that's been going on in America for decades now. Family breakdown, kids being raised in unstable, often violent homes. It's really not surprising that you get this kind of behavior. Obviously, this is a really extreme example.
But this is copycat behavior.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you've got,
Yeah.
but actually, if you think about the fact that most people who die from gun-related violence don't die in these mass shootings that we obviously, for obvious reasons, pay such attention to. Every day there's that kind of violence going on, and it's part of this social breakdown and family breakdown that we've been seeing. We've got to do something about that.
Steve Hilton, thank you so much. And we got to watch your show, The Next Revolution. It's on Sunday nights on Fox News, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
9
Eastern every
9 Eastern
Sunday.
time.
Thanks,
Steve Hilton,
Liz.
thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.